Yo, let's put it this way. For starters, I wanted to jump on this right away, but I couldn't jump on it quite right away. But we here to talk about it right now. So, Candace Parker, two-time WNBA MVP, announces her retirement. Three-time champion, right? Um, Tennessee legend, WNBA legend. Um, the news came down a couple of hours ago. It's um, it's not a hard pill to swallow. Um, she probably felt that it was time. The injuries. Why push herself if she didn't have to? She has a family that she's eager to spend time with, and she's had a truly legendary career, and there is no reason for some players to want to play if they know they can't give it their all. And I think that she said as much that when she realized it might not be this particular article. Let's see. Um, Maybe. Oh, she said she would never cheat the game. Yeah, that's kind of what it was. I don't know if they'll let me expand this article here, but she said she would never. I don't want to download the app at all, but she said she would never cheat the game, guys. She said that as much. Candace Parker said she would never cheat the game. Let me try to find an article where I don't have to download the app. But she said she wouldn't. She wouldn't do that. She would never cheat the game of women's basketball. And if she couldn't play, she wouldn't try to force herself to. So what are they talking about? Expand article. Yeah, that's it. That's the one I want. Expand article. Let's see. I don't have to read the whole article because some of these things are self-explanatory. All right, let's see. The competitor in me always wants one more. So I guess she was saying one more season. The competitor in me always wants one more, but it's time. Parker wrote in an Instagram post, my heart and my body knew, but I needed to give my mind time to accept it. Oh, well, I think like this is my thing, guys. I don't want to sound like a stickler for details. I just wanted her to make the announcement a little sooner, and probably some people would say, okay, it's Candace Parker's. It's up to her, and it totally is up to her. But training camp was about to start, and I guess it sounds a little bit selfish of me to say that, but you got to understand, I have the most respect for Candace Parker's decision as well. Like, I just feel like she could have said this earlier. What's going on? It's been a rough Sunday. Why you say that? What's going on, Tamika? Um, I just damn, excuse me, guys. I just drank some water. But yeah, Candace Parker just said that she didn't, that she was gonna retire, and I don't have any qualms with it. I just thought it's so close to training camp. It kind of feels unexpected, but again, at the same time, I had already said that, I kind of felt like she wasn't going to come back initially, but as time went on, I was like, she's probably coming back because she didn't get to celebrate with her teammates when they won the title last year. So I felt that would motivate her to play one more year. But, apparently, basketball, I guess it's not everything. LeBron just did quote the other day that he so foolishly made the quote that it's just basketball when the Lakers lost. Tamika, you said I think she really wanted to play, but her body wasn't in it because they said she was gonna need another surgery. Yeah, um, yeah, she didn't want to get another surgery. I think CP3 was like, yeah, I'm done with this. She was probably tired of going under the knife. And I definitely could understand that because a surgery isn't easy. It's not like you're just um how can I equate it? It's not like saying like, oh, okay, I gotta get surgery. All right, it's not like you're putting toast inside of a toaster. It's not like you're just shooting dice. It's not easy. So I totally get the fact that she doesn't want to go through that again. And also just probably the stress and strain, just being away from my family or whatnot, and she just didn't want to, go through that again. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say was that the fact that Candace Parker is going to retire, that's gonna open up a roster spot. And who's gonna? Are you an Aces fan, Tamika? Because I'm saying like who's gonna get that roster spot now? This is really gonna be competitive, more competitive because it's already competitive, but now it's gonna get really interesting because training camp is gonna get truly intriguing because what now we got three spots up for grabs. I literally, I could be wrong, but I think we got three spots up for grab, guys. I think we have. Um, there's gonna be a competition between Bria Bill, Bria Hartley, Angel Jackson, Kate Martin, Kamaria McDaniel, Deja Fair. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Oh well, yeah, Elizabeth Kitley, but yeah, see, I was gonna get to the Elizabeth Kitley thing. The thing about that, that's what tricked me too. That's what really tricked me. Like the fact that they drafted Kitley, and I'm like, okay, Candace Parker is gonna give us one more year because and nobody knows except for the insiders, and I do know like an insider, and I do know somebody amongst media. So I was tempted to ask them like, bro, give me the real deals of what happened behind the scenes. But I was like, okay, I don't want to ask that at this time. But in my mind, that had me thinking when we drafted Kitley, oh yeah, Candace is gonna go one more round this season, and then next season Elizabeth Kitley will be healthy and able to ease into her spot. Because one thing I'm kind of concerned about is that we seen Kia Stokes hit a few jump shots. We know that she can shoot the three. I mean, she added that addition to her game late last season. But who else can stretch the floor? Like Candace Parker can stretch floors. She can shoot the three ball. She's got a great jump shot too. So I mean, Megan Gustafson, you're gonna give her a lot of increased playing time, and can she handle it? I think so. I believe so. I mean, you guys know I'm an Iowa fan, and Megan is one of the best players in Iowa's history ever. But I wonder who's going to step into that role this season. Okay, no Kitley. Kia Stokes leaves a lot to be desired offensively. We know we're going to get something. Tamika, you said Bill better ball out. I pray she worked on the jumper. Yeah, she can make this team. If she has a consistent jump shot, I'm not saying she's got to go out there and shoot like upper 40s, but if she can shoot like 44%, 45% on her jump shot, and then you get her great defense as well, and you know that she's going to play unselfish basketball, she could definitely I give her a good shot to make this roster. I definitely do. I think they need another big because Kitley is not ready. Megan Gustafson is like 6'4". She's a big, Tamika. We're gonna have to probably roll with Megan Gustafson. And Angel Jackson, if she could make this team, she's the big out of Jackson State. She is 6'6". And that's something to think about, the fact that she's 6'6". Um, I just feel like we moving on the fly now, so we got to figure it out. And I hope that, of course, one of these spots could go to Kate Martin, but I also feel like she got to earn it. And Bria Bill, she would be nice too, but she is Bree 6'1", Bree 6'1", something like that. I know she's 6'1" or 6'2". We gonna be forward heavy. We definitely got forwards on this team. We're gonna be guard heavy with our great backcourt, but we don't want to put too much on Asia Wilson's shoulders. Asia can definitely carry, but we don't want to put too much on her shoulders. We're about to talk about Kiki Iriafen just in a quick second here. Let me see. Parker had told the Associated Press in November she wanted to play another season if she could get healthy from a foot injury. Yeah, she did say that, which made me also believe she said she wanted to give it one more go around. I thought she wanted to go around the block one more time. But Candace Parker said, I'm not spinning the block no more. I am done. She said she would never cheat the game. She meant what she said though. And a lot of veterans could take a lesson from Candace Parker in the fact that you don't gotta play forever. Nobody can play forever anyway. Hell, I mean, just because LeBron is gonna play forever, I know he ain't. I thought Tom Brady was gonna play forever, but he eventually, I guess your body just tell you when it's time. I mean, but Diana Taurasi and LeBron, they are the exceptions to the rule, and obviously that surgery, that's a real kicker. I mean, if you don't want to deal with surgery and you tired of dealing with it, it makes sense. But Candace Parker bringing her hometown a championship, that was something legendary right there when she brought the Sky Championship. Um, did she win that ring? Wait, she ran with. She only ran. She only went. She only won once with the Sparks. I thought she won twice. That's crazy. You was gonna say that? Yeah, I think they need a veteran big. Yeah, yeah. I see that jumper. Yeah, cause right now Kate Martin got a better jump shot than Bree Beal, unless Bree Beal is doing something quite unthinkable, in terms of offense. But I haven't really seen. I've seen like still images of what they be doing in practice, but I haven't seen like actual training camp footage. Like I've actually seen the Fever in training camp, like actual clips. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places, but I seen the Aces. I only seen still shot images. I'm happy for her. She had a phenomenal career. Tamika said, "Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, I feel like the Sparks transition from Lisa Leslie to Candace almost seamlessly. She had great times with the Sparks. Getting a chance, getting to see her with Chelsea Gray again. I don't know if that's going to get mentioned a lot, but to see her team with Chelsea Gray, even though Candace only played half the season, I enjoyed the games. I was able to talk to other Aces fans and let them know that they should embrace Candace because some people didn't want to, and some Aces fans didn't want to quite embrace Candace coming over from the Sky. But I think it all worked out. We saw that Candace had a lot left in the tank, and I think that's one of the most disappointing parts. I think that's one of the most disappointing aspects is that Candace had a lot more to give. I think that if she was truly healthy, I think she would have been able to play for another couple of years. The weirdest thing is I always saw her as like the LeBron of the women's game, but it turns out that's Taurasi. Turns out that's Diana Taurasi. That's the one that's playing forever. But I always envision Candace as being able to play till she was 39, 40. But I just think, injuries. What's going on, Jay? I'm over here talking and rambling. What's going on with you, Jay Spot? Yeah, I know. When I found out the news, the first thing I said they capping. They lying. I saw it on Facebook. I said, nah, this a lie. So I'm like, let me go confirm this. So I look and I don't see anything. But normally when you go Google something, you gotta scroll down and keep scrolling. Because if you look at like the first three things you see, then there's a good chance that you probably won't see it. Because in my case, I didn't see nothing about retire. So I had to stroll the page all the way down, and then I started seeing like the tweets and stuff, the different articles, the notifications, because I don't believe what I see on Facebook. I gotta confirm that. And then I'm like, damn, I'm like, this came out of nowhere. But the you read it on Instagram. Yeah, the Aces had released that statement thanking Candace Parker. So I'm like, yeah, it's official. Um, it's gonna be Jay Spotted. Who you think gonna get this spot though? That's what me and Tamika was saying. Like, who is going to get this next Aces spot? That's what we want to know. Who are the Aces going to get, or is it going to be Megan Gustafson? I think it's Megan Gustafson, but I don't. I mean, the starting lineup is what it is. Let's see, Chelsea Gray if she's healthy, which I don't see a reason why she wouldn't be. I pray that Chelsea Gray is healthy. Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, uh, Asia Wilson, of course, and then Kia Stokes. Right, yeah, Kia Stokes. So, or unless no, I don't see Megan Gustafson starting over Kia Stokes. So that would just mean that, damn, well, maybe Candace would have possibly coming off the bench, unless Candace would have started at the 5. But now that she's not here no more, who would y'all give a spot to? Yeah, Clark, but Alicia Clark is she a 6 player. She the sixth woman. So who would y'all get that spot to? That last spot? Would you give it to Keystone, or would you give it to Megan Gustafson? You don't think Bell makes it? I think Bell just resigned for like a year or two, just like Sydney Colson. She resigned for like 1 year. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be with Pat Summit. What is this thing? Pat Summit. Oh yeah, of course she played for Pat Summit. She won Olympic gold medals 2008, 2012. Breonna Stewart gave Candace big ups for her amazing career. J Spot, you said I think they got Megan to help. Candace would have started but limited minutes. Yeah, I agree with that most definitely. I think she did her I think she did her team physical and they discovered she needed another surgery. Oh wow. Yeah. I guess she was kind of held to the fire there then. She had to make that decision, and I guess she said enough. I am done. I am done. And there is nothing wrong with that. She has quite a glorious career and has nothing to feel down about. It's crazy because people thought she was going to come back when she had surgery. If she came back, that would have been the worst decision ever. So I mean, you're not no you don't want to mess around with no foot. You don't want to do that. You do not want to mess around with that foot. Let it heal. Let it heal. And also, guys, remember, like some of these coaches and players, some of these basketball players, women and men, some of these coaches wear their bodies out so much that you guys see it. They be walking with limps. They be walking funny. Walking. Kind of like crooked because they done worn themselves out from playing. Like we laugh and we joke about this player, that player doesn't do this, doesn't do that, or doesn't play through this. But it's like Derrick Rose said. He was like, I want to be able to go to my son's graduation and still be able able to walk. Like this game takes a toll out of you. It's not just football. It's not just hockey. It's the rigorous up and down of these sports. What you put your body through. It's the real deal. So you could, very well decide, I don't want to go through another surgery. I don't want to go through, risk getting hurt again, walking around in pain or taking pain pills. Cause, we've all seen it. We've seen how these athletes, look, and it's not so much how they look, it's all in the walk. It's all in the gait. They've been through hell. So maybe she didn't want that as well. We never know. See, it is on the training camp contract only. She is? I thought she signed a 1-year deal. I thought she signed like a deal right after Kia signed a 2-year deal. I know because I was just telling somebody like Kia Stokes is still on his team. I just don't want them to lean too much on Asia. That's why I think they need another veteran big. Um, yeah. But I don't know if we could pick them up right now. What's going on, bottom of the bottom? What up? RCCP gets all the roses. Definitely a Hall of Fame career. Yeah, no doubt. Nothing to hang our head about. Not that she would. Just an outstanding, glorious career. Come one, come all. We've seen her just do her thing for 16 years. It's been great. Sweetest thing for me was watching her bring a championship to her hometown. I thought that was quite amazing to see her do that. So many years for the Sparks. I feel like people didn't quite understand just how great she is. I mean, we know it, people know it, but I mean, great passer, great shooter. She can do so much. She can run the offense. Candace was really a positionless player, and I know that she gets her roses, she deserves them. Bell can be waived, but she in the third year of her rookie contract. I don't know. She play out of control. That's the one thing I don't like to when it's my teams. I don't like to like go too in on our players per se. But I mean, if they play a way I don't like, I have to call them out on it. And I'm getting better with that because it's things that Caitlin does that I haven't always pinpointed. That now I'm pointing at that like you don't expect a player to be completely perfect, but you know that they can do better. So you got to push that too. You can't just say, damn, I love this player so much. I'm not going to point that out when you should, when you could. You said, wait, oh yeah, we was talking about Bell. I was going to tell you this. Bell, she play out of control, and that's what I don't like about Kirsten Bell. I only know how to say her name because I used to work with somebody named Kirsten, and they kept correcting me. They was like, "It's not, it's not." People say Kirsten. It's not Kier. It's Kirsten. I don't. It's a weird. I ain't gonna call it a weird name like I was about to, but it's a different name because of the pronunciation. And some people are going to tell you about their names. They're going to say, "Hey, my name is pronounced this way, not that way." Trust me, I know my government name is a little bit spelled differently, and I've had my rodeos with people pronouncing my name wrong. Tamika Holland, J Spot, bottom of the bottle, saying what's up to y'all. I'm sad. I was looking forward to seeing her in person this summer. Yeah, have you ever seen her play, Jay? Did you used to go to some Sparks games or have you not? Or have you ever seen her play before, like in person? For me, Bell has run her course. I think if it was gonna happen, she would have popped off by now. Yeah, there's one creator who just clowns Sydney Coulson like a dog, saying like Sydney is only with this team because she's good comedy. And I've heard that and I know that too. Like Sydney's funny as hell, but she probably needs another role like within this team organization because I mean she really is taking up space. But I will say this: Sydney Coulson has a nice looking jump shot. She can hit an open jumper. She does play great defense, but there's other players that could take, like, even if we just take Deja Fair, there's other players that can take her time, take her spot, and actually do something with it. And that's why I keep saying, guys, we in a great position to three-peat. Maybe I haven't said this on live before. We're in a great position to three-peat, but we can't take our eye completely off the future either. Because contracts are coming up. We want to hope that Chelsea Gray maintains, staying healthy. The same thing with Asia, same thing with Jackie. But you always have to have an eye forward, because teams around you are going to continue to get better. And Cardoso is going to be a problem at 6'7". We don't have 6'7". We just seen it in the championship game with I saw that Bree Wayne. I'm gonna address that in 1 second, perhaps. But yeah, we just saw in the championship game, Iowa had no defense against South Carolina and Cardoso. Love Asia to death, but if Asia can't stop Camilla Cardoso, you know, if we end up at some point having to play like the Sky or something. I'm not talking regular season. I'm talking about at some point they can, grow the Sky team to the point where they can compete in the WNBA finals. If they could somehow, get there and the Aces are still winning, still competitive, which I don't see that ever stopping anytime soon. but there's no way that Asia could deal with Cardoso. And Cardoso is looks like the kind of player that's only going to continue to get better and better. I mean, she's improving. She's not missing those easy shots around the rim anymore. She is truly developing her game. Now, obviously, Cardoso does not have a jump shot, but don't tell it to Tennessee though. Don't tell Tennessee that Cardoso can't shoot. But yeah, she definitely has to develop her game. But I am looking forward to the Aces in the Sky playing during the regular season because who the hell's going to defend Camila Cardoso? You know, um, as much as I love Sid, Jay says they need to take a spot. I mean, what you think about Deja Fair? Is she ready? I mean, is she prepared to step in and play? I mean, I'm thinking that the departure of Candace Parker, as tough as it really opens up the potential for a underrated player that probably would have got cut, give them an opportunity to make the team. Kiki wasn't come. I'm about to. That's the next thing we about to talk about that right now. I think Asia will hold her own, but she'll get in foul trouble if Becky puts her on Cardoso. Offensively, you think Asia can hold her own? I never seen Candace play live. When I went to the Sparks games, it was well before Candace got the J Spot says. Oh, so you saw Lisa Leslie. Oh, okay. Uh, RIP UCLA. Caitlin Chen went to UConn. Oh, you can forget about it. UConn, they doing the damn thing. UConn doing the damn thing. I was just telling somebody yesterday. I said it's looking like we got USC, UConn, South Carolina. We might as well just write them into the damn Final Four, and that just leave one team for us to figure it out. Obviously, it never quite happens that easily, but I think that we could just say South Carolina, UConn, um, USC, and some other poor soul. Camilla has a jump shot, RC, but will she use it? Oh, like I told you, but don't tell Tennessee that though. Camilla can definitely shoot. I think she has a nice form. Will she? Is she content to just get in the post and bang? I mean, I feel like for her to get a 15 to 20-foot jump shot would be cool. Um, who needs one more? I think Angel Reese needs the jump shot more than Camila Cardoso because it's not too many people that's going to be hanging with no 6'7" player, and you're not going to be stopping her. You know, I would say I want to see I said the Aces. I want to see the Sky go up against the Mercury because I want to see how Brittany Griner could defend against Camila Cardoso. Asia doesn't do too horrible against JJ. Yeah, JJ is what 6'5". I could be wrong. I can't remember off the top of my head. She doesn't shut her down, but she challenged her a time or two. JJ disappointed me last in the finals. I'm not no Liberty fan, but it just feel like Jonquil wasn't playing her game, and I ain't got no problem with that because we was able to win the title. But is she really? JJ really 6'6"? I call her game like Durant to me. Oh wow, I didn't know JJ was 6'6". I thought she was 6'4", 6'5". So sad about Candace. Yeah, I think a lot of us are. I am. J Spot is. But also I feel good knowing that she went out on her own terms. It's the way. Even if they said she needed surgery, like she took the team physical and they say she needed surgery, some things happen as a blessing in disguise. She got a great family. She's a great analyst, commentator. Candace is awesome when it comes to doing games and doing pre-games, all that good stuff, the commentary talks, whether it be women's sports or men's basketball. She just does a great job. So her future is going to be bright no matter what. She wanted to be closer to her family. So, now, I mean, that's exactly what she can do. It's about the next phase of life for her. And, you know, um, I think the game is in great hands. I think it really is though. JJ looks 6'7". So I read that one. I could dream, but it don't matter because they not winning. Who ain't winning the championship? Um, we talking about the sky. Y'all must be talking. Are you talking to Bree Wayne? Yeah, Reese need that jump shot because um, Angel Reese jump shot is busted. I'm literally gonna call it like I see it. It's nice outside when you start seeing bees and shit. Asia will get the calls her way. If I had to guess against most in her position, Angel do get her fair share of calls. I won't lie. I mean, in the game where she got that 50 piece. No shade, but Asia shot 20. She hit the free throw line like 20 times. I hate that they using Don and SC for clout. Who you talking about, Bree Wayne? Who doing it now? But I will tell you guys this: it did seem like Kiki was going to choose. That's where we going now. Kiki Iriafen. Kiki. Kiki. It felt like they were using South Carolina a little bit, if that's what you guys was talking about. But I just feel like Kiki. I feel like she drew this out really long. Like, I mean, she had do not contact. So why did it take so long? Angel's gonna get her jump shot right. Yeah, it's not so much her form. It's just about getting lift on that thing, because it be coming up short a lot. Like she be front rimming her jump shots a lot. Um, but yeah, Kiki Iriafen, she took so long to make this decision, and she had do not contact. And I always felt like she knew where she was going instantly. And I felt like it was gonna come down to UCLA or USC, which would be closer to home for her. And the South Carolina thing, I didn't really get. I mean, I could understand why they could probably try to find a replacement for Cardoso, but I don't see Kiki as being that kind of player. She's not gonna play, the same game that Cardoso would. So does this fit for her to go to USC? I think so. I definitely think that this fits because Juju Watkins, she's a great player. So this is gonna give her an opportunity to be able to dump the rock off to somebody who's going to keep her, um, you know, that's not the right word, the way I phrased it. She's going to be able to give the ball to someone that's going to take a load off of her. I'm trying to crack this damn window. That's going to take a load off of. A load off of Juju because she's going to have Kiki by her side, and two-man game with them is going to be something amazing to watch. Obviously, I think they're going to account probably for like 60%, 70% of this team scoring. I don't know who they'll be surrounded by. I didn't watch too many USC games last season. I won't cap, but I did see Juju play at least a handful of times. I did get to watch her in the tournament. She's amazing. This just helps her. I mean, they made it to the Final Four in their first season, so the sky's the limit. Kiki was never coming to USC. It was for clout and leverage. As long as Juju can shed a ball, USC would be okay because Kiki looks like a really nice teammate. And I think USC will be fun. They won't win a championship. Yeah, but how could you say that though, Tamika, when they just made it to the Final Four in Juju's freshman year with a team that was, I ain't gonna disrespect her teammates because I thought what's her name? Mackenzie Forbes, Padilla. I thought that she got some decent teammates, but I don't think that you can just write them off and say they won't win the championship. I think it just depends on who they play. But if they do play South Carolina, let's just say South Carolina met USC in a national title game. I mean, South Carolina is not going to let Juju Watkins do whatever the hell she wants. And, we just seen that with Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin Clark, in my opinion, she is She plays with the basketball too much. Like you setting it out there like an appetizer. And, Juju Watkins is not going to be allowed to just go off. So a lot is going to be dependent upon Kiki this season to be option 1A, or option 1B, should I say. Because if you really break things down, you got a fabulous player, Juju Watkins, a future number 1 pick. And it's argued that Kiki Iriafen could be a future. She could be the number 1 draft pick this upcoming season. Um, Guys, is that enough to get them over the hump? And I guess that's my question to you guys. Is that enough to get them over the hump? I don't know. It's a damn reflection coming off of this iPad. But I say that. You say that because this Kiki, yeah, this is Kiki last year, and we all know this coming year's championship has already been promised to UConn. You think so? You think this year's championship has been promised to UConn? I don't know if that's the truth. I don't know. I don't know how true that is because I kind of feel like there's a great chance for South Carolina to repeat. And I'm not just saying that, but I'm saying that because even though you lose Camila Cardoso, this South Carolina team is loaded, man. I mean, they remain loaded. I'm not going to um how can I say this? I'm not going to bet against South Carolina because last season I was just saying that they got to retool, they got to get reloaded. Don has to figure them out. She has to see what kind of team. No, Don knew what kind of team she had. Don knew that she had a team full of dogs that was going to do whatever it took. And you seen a South Carolina team that just would not be denied. And that's the best way I could explain. They would not be denied. Hell, they wouldn't be denied against Tennessee. Tennessee fought extremely hard. Indiana fought back extremely hard, but South Carolina would not be denied. And I just don't think that two players. I don't think two players can beat a whole team. I don't know. I mean, y'all could call me crazy, you know, but I don't so I mean Kiki is amazing, guys. I mean she came along, like her ascension has literally came out of nowhere. But I don't foresee it. Juju Watkins had a pretty good tournament, but let's make no mistakes. Let's not make a mistake here. I thought that Juju had a better regular season than she did a actual NCAA tournament. And that's not me saying that she didn't have a good tournament. It's just that I felt like Juju, she didn't jump off the page like she did during the regular season. The tournament is a different animal, but I think she's still young. She has plenty of time to go, and she'll be definitely breaking records at some point. Hey, we know that's coming. Bottom of the bottom said, I promise to anybody except SC if you ask the media. You got a point there. Media is crazy. Wait a second. I love South Carolina with my entire being, but I see them winning it on Edwards' second year. Joyce Edwards, yeah, I can see that. Joyce Edwards is nice from what I saw. I missed somebody's comment. I'm gonna put money on it. Y'all really believing that UConn? Let's see. Connecticut got so what? Connecticut lost. Who they lose? Connecticut lost Nika Mill. Connecticut lost Leah Edwards. Um, Connecticut lost. They lose anybody else? Okay, so they bring back. I'm just going off the top of my head, guys. Um, I don't really follow UConn that much, but I know rosters off the top of my head if I've seen a team play enough. So let's see. They got KK Arnold off the top of my head. Um, Ashlyn Shade. Of course, you're gonna bring back Paige Beckers. You bringing in Sarah Strong. Uh, who am I forgetting? What's her name? Well, I said Ashley. Said I cannot. It's getting away from me. And then um, Az Fudd. should be healthy to give it one more run. Do they have any more recruits coming in? I suppose I could look and see. But you guys think UConn is going to take it all? Some of you guys? Oh yeah, Chin. You just told me Chin. No, I can't think. It's somebody we not saying that we forgetting. I'm finna look they roster up, Bree Wayne, because I'm trying to think. Like she was going at it in that Final Four game. Was that damn, I cannot think of her name. Hannah Stokey and her was kind of going at it a little bit. You guys know who I'm talking about? It was Hannah Stokey and a UConn defender that was going at it constantly. Duke Lombardi was going on. UConn good to the Final Four, but I don't think they could win it all. Now I gotta look at their roster because this name, until I see this name, it's gonna get away from me. Sarah Strong. Sarah Strong gonna be nice. I really like Sarah Strong's game too. Kaylin Chan. I wonder how Ice Brady. That's it. Here I am about to pull it up because every time I hear Ice Brady, I'm like she sound like a fourth member of the Migos. Even though Takeoff died, she still sound like a fourth member of the Migos with a name like Ice Brady. I'm like, come on now. But yeah, Ice Brady, she she is she I ain't gonna lie. I think she can play. KK definitely impressed me. From what I seen. Ashlyn Shea. I mean, I don't know. UConn, they don't always have the best athletes, but they get players that can just perform, that can just get out there and do their thing. So I think they're a team that could, in my opinion, they are championship material. I think they can reach the title game. I think they got possibly cheated this year against Iowa. Did you hear me, Bree Wayne? I think that Connecticut got cheated against my Hawkeyes. I really do because, well, we know why. There's no need for us to go back to that. We know exactly why UConn got cheated. And I'm not the kind of fan that's so much of a homer that I would just be like, rah, 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 we win. I feel like we shouldn't have won that game, period. And but I do feel like even if UConn wins that game, I mean, yo, check it out, bottom of the bottom, Tamika Bree Wayne, whoever is listening, check it out. If UConn won that game, wouldn't South Carolina still have won the championship? I mean, obviously, I think so. I really think that South Carolina was going to win no matter who they played. It didn't matter. It really didn't. So it was a consolation game to see who would finish as the runner up, in my humble opinion. And I never thought you guys were gonna get, to my South Carolina fans. I didn't think you guys were gonna get Kiki Iriafen. If you did get Kiki, I would have said that you guys were gonna be a shoe in to repeat, an absolute shoe in to repeat. For real, for real. Let's see. RC Iwan Clark wasn't going to be denied. You mean the media, the referees? They weren't going to deny it. They're going to make sure they get players that fit their system. I know. I think you're talking about UConn. We got four forwards. Only Joyce and Chloe can score off the dribble. On this year's team, uh, Raven has the potential to do so. She definitely needs to grow her game. Now you got me to thinking. Not Bree. Tessa. Tessa is an amazing shooter. I guess she could go for developing her dribble some more. Her dribbling ability, but Tessa as a shooter is certified, straight certified. I like Pow Pow. Pow Pow, I think that, she's playing her way. into the draft. Let's see if she can play her way up the ladder some more. That'll be interesting. I really want to see just how far Tahina Pow can raise her draft stock. It's taking me forever to get back to this Kiki Iriafen. Ashlyn Watkins, come on now. Ashlyn Watkins, can she handle the rock though? Is she a rock handler? Um, they Everybody got to continue to develop on this team, bottom of the bottle. Um, just from the outside looking in, um, nobody is their finished self yet. No player is completely who they need to be. No one has it completely all together, which is quite the shock because they still won a championship regardless. A lot of that has to do with Camila Cardoso, but a lot of that has to do with Tessa Johnson and Ravens defense as well on Caitlin. I even thought that Bree Hall, um, she did a decent job. I mean, Dawn, she just wasn't going to let Caitlin Clark do what she did the previous year in the Final Four. And I mean, I think it's important to stress that if you just one great player, like big ups to Kate Martin. She's one of my favorite players on Iowa, and I hope she makes the Aces roster. I have good feelings about it, but when you're the only superstar, because Kate Martin is great, but she is hard work personified. She truly is hard work to the 20th power. While Caitlin Clark has the skill set that it takes to move things along. But when it's just one superstar, phenomenal on the team, it's kind of hard to win the ultimate prize. Um, you know, even if I use Carmelo Anthony winning it with the Syracuse Orange in 2003, even if I use that, I still have to say that Hakeem Ward, one of his teammates, made the NBA as well, and he played with some decent talent. I mean, Hakeem Ward made the NBA. Jerry McNamara, or however you say that last name, he was a good 3-point shooter. So yeah, Melo carried, but he had help. Nobody wins the whole thing by themselves. Um, in my opinion, nobody is when there's it's not 1-on-5. It never is. Watkins is a great defender, but she can't handle the ball. Ball handling skills and jump shot, consistent jump shot with a face-up game makes Watkins top 3 pick. But until then, the last thing Pop needs to do, is get her shot off a little quickly and move off of the dribble. She was one of the most underrated players in that championship game for me, because she sticks to 3. She sticks to 3. Melo had very little help. Yeah, he would probably be the exception to the rule, but then again, like I said, I feel like two of his teammates, one of them was undrafted and he was in training camp, and Hakeem Ward made an NBA roster. So as much as I would like to say the man did it alone, he had a little bit of help. I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting at. You need, and also it depends on the year, the situation, the time. Are you running into a juggernaut or not? I really don't remember who they played. Um, I haven't really been into men's basketball in like 6 years. It's crazy now. I haven't watched the men since Zion left. I watched the championship game, but I really don't like it like I used to. The NBA, I can deal with them. I can deal with the NBA and the WNBA. But the men's game, it's the one and done situation. It's diluted. You watching teams where the general likelihood is you watching 12 players on a college team, and you know for all practical purposes that the likelihood of them making the NBA roster is slim to none. And I don't really don't like that. RC, you think I were gonna win Big 10 or whatever? Big Ten. Yeah, this the Big Ten. Do I think we gonna win? Nah, USC coming over. We're not gonna win the conference, but now I think we'll still be in the postseason. But nah, we're not winning no conferences though. I think that you see at USC, UCLA, for some strange notion, I feel like Indiana, and then Michigan is gonna have a bunch of nice incoming recruits. Their recruiting class incoming is looking very nice, and don't sleep on Michigan State. It's going to be a very competitive Big Ten. It's not going to be easy for Iowa to continue to have that same level of consistency. Ohio State, Cody McMahon is coming back, but they're going to be hurt to make about the departures of J.C. Sheldon. I sure do hope she make the Dallas roster. I sure do hope she makes the roster. It's gonna be tough. Them training camp cuts are gonna be tough. And then Celeste Taylor, she's not gonna be in Ohio State. And that's gonna make things a little bit tougher. I don't know if they have any incoming recruits, but Cody McMahon needs help. So I think they're going to backslide. Um, I think Iowa wins 23, 24 games. We like Lucy Olson, but let's not hold any horses here. She is not Caitlin Clark, but what she is a prolific scorer in her own right, and she's going to kind of help incorporate some playmaking abilities that this team really don't have. Agreed on a one and done situation. Yeah, it makes it. It just is not aesthetically pleasing. It's not. I mean, because you don't watch the game like, yeah, I know this player is going to be playing in the future on the next level. If you do watch, you're just watching. You're just like, okay, let me sit down and watch my team. Back in the day, it was like, yeah, I'm watching because look at Michael Redd. I know Michael Redd got some talent. And I know he's going to be a pro. And I remember watching Bobby Jackson, and I was like, Bobby Jackson out of Minnesota, I was like, yeah, he's got pro potential, and you just knew it. Or watching Vince Carter, and you're like, oh, Vince Carter going to be special on the next level. Or watching Kerry Kittles at Villanova, you just had that feeling that, Tim Thomas as well. I'm now name dropping a lot of NBA players that some of you guys may not have known. Many of them have retired, but it's just that you will watch these players back in the day in college, and you just got that vibe, that feeling that, man, it's this person, they're gonna be special at the next level. College football would be gutted if it was one. Yeah, they can't do that. They should never do that for real. She didn't want the farewell tour. What's going on? What's going on, Ash? What's up? You said you wish CP3 had a farewell tour and played one more season. Yeah, I know it's not for everybody. I definitely think we're gonna get a farewell tour from LeBron, and I feel like we're gonna get one from Diana Taurasi. Y'all think we're gonna get a farewell tour from Diana Taurasi? I think this should be her last season, but she ain't said nothing though. How long, realistically, y'all put it in the chat. Put in the chat. How long y'all think Diana Taurasi could play? Because I want to know. One year, 2 year, hit 1, 2, or 3. We know she can't play no more than 3 more years. Y'all gotta let me know y'all opinion. How long can the Iron Woman, Diana Taurasi, continue to play this game of basketball before she breaks down? I mean, I don't know. I mean, Phoenix, they're a team that needs to rebuild, but they brought in Kalia Copper. It's interesting with Phoenix because it's like you bring in Kalia Copper, you get some good draft picks. You got one of my favorite players that's very underrated in Rebecca Allen. I'm a huge Rebecca Allen fan. She's very underrated. So it looked like if they could keep everybody healthy, this team is going to try to run it back, guys. Do you think Phoenix could be a problem for like Las Vegas? Is that a possibility? Me personally, I think Diana is she 41. This should be her final year. But me, I would say she probably got like probably 2 years left. But I don't think she should play for 2 years. I think this should be her last year. Kobe, KG, those are one in a million. Those are two of my favorite. Kobe and KG would be in my personal top 10, bottom of the bottom. Like, this is hip hop group I'm in on Facebook, and we just, kind of talk stuff, and we talk about hip hop. And the thing is, I was kind of saying, like, let me see, when we play. Yeah, we was kind of talking about, I don't know if I'm saying this the right way. I could be talking about an actual sports group. I'm kind of twisted in my mind with my thoughts, but I think that Kobe and KG are, that's what it is. Personal. We got like in the hip hop group, we get like personal top 10 and then a top 10 that's kind of like unbiased. That's more like a consensus based on what everybody would feel. So in my personal top 10, I got Kobe and KG up in there. Obviously, I would have Kobe in my top 10 all time, but just on a personal level, because personal lists are a little bit more, personal. KG, being a Timberwolves fan, KG is in my top 5, and Kobe's one of my favorite players. RC, what you think about Kennedy, Carter, Reese, and Mabry? I don't know. Because I like Angel Reese. Mabry need to step it up and be consistent all season. That's what I was kind of asking Quita earlier in the chat, but she didn't catch the question. But I was saying Marina Mabry need to be consistent. Kennedy Carter, she just getting back in the league, right? I don't know too much about what to expect from her. At this point, it's going to be interesting to see. Does she have a guaranteed spot? Angel Reese is competitiveness. She's gut, she's glory, she's hustle. I like Reese. People think that a lot of Iowa supporters think that I don't like Reese because they think I don't like Reese because this I'm Iowa over here. But no, I got respect. Nothing but respect for Angel Reese. Only time I didn't like her was when they was kicking our butt in the championship game. They all talk trash, same team. DT ain't gonna never retire. DT gonna play until she 55. I missed the comment. They could go back to the old rule now that NIL is in play. I'm gonna tell you guys like this. The most I feel like if a player was gonna come out, if they said that it was okay in women's college basketball for them to declare, they should only be allowed to declare as a junior. Because if they want to go back, and get the degree or whatever, that'd be fine because they didn't got 3 years that they didn't already, knocked out. But to let women's hoopers come, and then especially with the financial situation, it'd be a chronic disaster to allow players to come out after 1 year. We already see what it does in the NBA. Some of these players aren't even ready right away, even when they have 1 year. So, that's just the truth. But Kiki Iriafen is going to move the needle. Definitely gives Juju Watkins some real superstar talent help. Again, they should be a team that could potentially make the title game. I'm not going to tell you guys they're going to win it all, but I would say that, expect a lot of flashy play from both of them, from Kiki and Juju. Juju is basically the future of the game, as well as others. It's not just Juju. We're not going to sit here and do Juju like Caitlyn and say that she's the only one. And that's crazy because it's similar to the female rap game where it can only be one person at the top. Like, why does it have to be like that? Like, where it's like, you get a turn, but you got to wait 10 years. You got to wait 5 years. You got to wait. It's a lot of back and forth, and it don't make sense when there's room for everybody to shine. There's room for Hannah, her doggo. There's room for Paige. There's room for Juju. There's room for I almost said AZ Fudd. There's room for Audie Crooks. There probably is room for AZ Fudd if she can stay healthy. There's room for all of these players, that are superstars. Madison Booker. Um, the list goes on and on. I don't know why. I don't know why they feel like they gotta have one savior. It's almost like, yeah, we can only have one great player at the top of the list. And we're going to see just how much love gets spread around now that the women's game is absence of Caitlin. And we're going to find out, I'm about to drop some facts, and we're going to find out where people just end the game of women's basketball as fans just because of Caitlin Clark. And we're going to find out if the numbers, the views, and everything is still the same. Because the Caitlin people, they're about to take their most irritating self to the WNBA. Because I feel like there's the Caitlin Clark fans and fanatics, and then there's just the crazy loony bins who want to make Caitlin look like God. And what I don't like is when she falls, then everybody's going to be laughing and ha ha, and just look, because you elevated a player to this stature, whereas when they fall, you act like it could never happen. When anybody could lose, the Aces could lose the title. I'm not saying we want it to happen, but hell, it could. You never supposed to. I think sometimes people don't realize just how hard it was for Michael Jordan to win 6 titles without losing, and how it's only one Michael Jordan. For real, shout out to Keisha Posey. She be in the chat sections of Cess Talk Sports a lot. And she said there's only one Michael Jordan. Yeah, she right. Hell, even Kobe Bryant lost in the finals. You know, Asia Wilson, didn't win. Had a chance to win it all, but couldn't get it done. You can't compare players to him. You can't. You gonna fail every time if you 6-0 in the finals. And so yeah, LeBron, he can score 50,000 points. What is it? Yeah, he can hit 40. He can hit 50K, and he still wouldn't be better than Jordan. But if you're talking to a LeBron fan, be prepared to argue yourself under the table. Just like Breonna Stewart, 4 championships at UConn. But if you tell that to a Caitlin Clark fan, be prepared for them to argue you up under the table. I'm just saying, bottom of the bottle, you say you already know the answer to that, RC. Fringe fans will be gone. But I do think they will add a lot of younger fans, though. Well, I tell you like this, because when the cuts come, it's going to be hell. So just know, when the training camp cuts drop, a lot of people going to be upset, and they're going to threaten to run away. I know, because I see it every day on Facebook, Twitter, X, people talking about, man, if so-and-so don't make the team, I'm not watching no more. Well, bye. You wasn't a fan of this game to begin with. I'm a huge Bree Bill fan. When Minnesota cut her, I hated it. But I didn't sit there and be so bitter and say, you know what? I don't want to watch no more because Bree Bill didn't make the roster, so I don't want nothing to do with this until she does. Like, I could imagine there are some entitled fans that truly feel like if Kate Martin, who has a good chance to make the ISIS roster, but it's not definitive, nothing is, you got to work. They don't call it 144 for nothing. You got to work to get you. If you want a roster spot, you got to work your living tail off, non-stop, on both sides of the ball. Luckily for Caitlin Clark, she provides the numbers for the game, the marketability, the commercial appeal, all of that stuff. Offensively, super talented. But if she wasn't drafted in the top 5, and we seen number 1 draft picks cut too, but if she was in the top top selection, she would have to go out there and earn it on both ends. And the irony is that this video wasn't even supposed to be about Caitlin, but it is now, at least to some degree. She's still going to have to go out there, and take some pride in both sides of the ball. And they're gonna coach her. They're going to get after her so that she understands how important and just how critical it is for her to play defense. Because if y'all saw that championship game, Tessa Johnson embarrassed Caitlin Clark. And I'm all about improvement on this channel. I'm all about wherever we start is not where we should end up. And I feel like I started at a point where there's times that there would be some overpraise on my behalf to Caitlin. But when your opponent is just blowing by you, that ain't cool. You got to do something. I watched tapes, I watched footage, I watched the game back. Tessa Johnson was getting open shots. Somebody would screen Caitlin. She wouldn't try to fight through it. Some got to give. And I'm not sitting here saying that if she don't play defense, she's not going to thrive in the league. She will. She's gonna be great in this league, like Sabrina. Sabrina has made her footing, but when it came down to winning time, Sabrina she got exploited on defense, and she just couldn't handle the physicality. See, at some point it catches up to you, so you got to develop your game. Tessa just blew back hard. Yeah, Bree Wayne. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like Tessa was being guarded by a flower vase. I'm not trying. It's like she was being guarded by a damn bush. Hell, a bush moves more when it's windy outside. I'm just saying, because I put it to you like this. Say Caitlin drops 40, but she gave up 20, and her teammates the teammates on the opposing team, they all chipped in 20, 15 and 20. You lost. So you can't win every game with offense. Aces versus Fever, Plum, and Young gonna eat. I'm here for it. I am here for it. God willing, I'm here for it. 4 MVPs, only a fool will argue with that. Yeah, Christopher Jones, see what it's all about is people love who they love. They should. We all probably got our personal favorites. Again, top 10. I got KG and Kobe in mind. I'm sure if I did my women's top 10, I'm gonna have some people in there. I got Vicky Johnson in there. That's a personal list. That's not a general consensus. Everybody might have this kind of list. Cause Clark gonna have to guard either Plum or Young. Yeah, you can't just be out there getting lit up. I would like to think that if Caitlin Clark was getting lit up, they'd call a timeout, make an adjustment. She young enough where you could pull her and she could learn something from watching. The worst thing they could do is just to feel like she's the finished product. She is not finished, a finished product at all. Not at all. Let me see here. Is there anything else I wanted to say? Minnesota Lynx is popping in my head, but I don't want to talk about them right now. Just Young be eating up Sabrina. Oh, just like Young be eating up Sabrina. Yeah, Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, they torched them. They torched them because I don't know exactly what it is, but I'll say this. If your coach doesn't instill defense, and if you don't have it in you, you're not going to have it when you get to the pros until you actually understand you got to play both sides of the ball. Like, look at Dawn. Dawn don't request defense. She demand defense. Hell, you go and play defense if you want to get them. You think you just going to be out here just jacking up threes and boogieing with the ball and hitting your flashy, fancy layups? And nah, you gonna have to play both ends of the ball, and then we can see about you getting a little offensive display in. Peely can end up being rookie of the year. Um, it's between her, Jackson, and Clark. I don't know. I feel like Nafisha Collier probably gonna stop Peely from getting rookie of the year because Fee is a baller. She's a baller. Um, I think Peely will have a nice year. Um, in my mind, keep saying Cam Brink, but I think that's a lie. I don't think Cam Brink. If Cam Brink can knock down her jump shots, if she's gonna shoot threes, Cam Brink could be a really, really nice. She could have a really nice campaign. It could be Rakia Jackson or it could be Clark, but it could also be Cardoso. I don't know who's gonna be the rookie of the year. That's a great question. Um, Bottom of the bottle, you said, so you think they will ever judge CC game fairly? Because it seemed like they cashed it in with the coverage and endorsements. I think they would judge her game fairly. I think this is probably not the right way to answer this question, but it's the only way I think that I can. I think she's on a team right now with the Fever that this is good. This is as good as it's going to get for her. Bottom of the bottle. This is as good as it gets for Caitlin Clark because she's going to play with teammates that are so talented, unlike anything she's ever experienced before. And she needs to utilize what she does best while working on her deficiencies. She's an excellent passer, so put that on display. Put that on display so everybody can ingratiate towards that so that they can get a feeling for just how great of a passer she is. Also, stop taking plays off. And what I mean by that is there are plays where Caitlin actually, I'm not going to say she checks out, but she's careless. You cannot be that careless with the basketball. Some of those Raven rips, too careless. And it's not just what Raven did. I've seen it happen throughout the season. Now, again, I haven't always pinpointed on it because much like other Caitlin fans, I was probably starstruck. But when you sit back and you analyze these games over and over again, if I could point out 10 things she did right, well, I could point out at least 3 things she did wrong. And so going forward, to best try to answer that, I think that she has to get with her teammates, build chemistry, and if nothing else, understand that she's going to have to play defense at least some of the time. Maybe that's her start, bottom of the bottle. Maybe she needs to start out with situational defense where she plays it, here and there. Maybe she comes up with a big steal, a huge block, something, because the other 4 players don't want to just be playing defense by themselves. They don't. You said they're going to hide on defense. It's what Iowa's been doing. I don't know how familiar you are with Iowa, but obviously, you guys have played us in the championship game. If Caitlin Clark defended like Gabby Marshall, we would be talking about a complete player. We'd be talking about somebody that could kind of marvel or rival Rakia Jackson, who plays both sides of the ball. I just feel like sometimes people get so caught up in the logo threes. People get so caught up in the crossovers, the saucy layups, just the way she's able to bring eyes to the game, that people, the casuals, the Clark Glazers, the Clark blinder wearers, the ones that wear blinders, they don't care about defense. The hide her flaws. I don't know that Aaliyah Boston would be happy with Caitlin Clark not playing defense. I don't know what you guys think about that. Aaliyah Boston plays defense, would she be okay with that? Would Alyssa Smith be okay with that? Christopher Jones says at bottom of the bottle it's going to be hard. I mean, I did know that I did want to end the video talking about the Fever, so it's good that we actually talking about Caitlin Clark because the Fever, in my opinion, they're a team that's going to at least win 9 to 10 more games. When you add a talent like Caitlin, you're going to win more. But I must insist that this offense still run through Aaliyah Boston and Alyssa Smith. And it's hard to say that, but I've seen what happened when Caitlin Clark is the only one trying to get it done. Again, I have no problem with Caitlin being the one to try to, help the team win games late. Be the one to help the team, establish, some type of laying the groundwork for a perennial winning team in Indiana. But the problem is, I don't feel like Caitlin Clark is the one that can do it all simply because nobody can. So why not go post first? Something that the NBA doesn't do enough of. Get Caitlin to dump that ball into Aaliyah Boston. Let that work. Two-man game, pick and roll. Let's do this. I mean, I just simply feel like it's not going to be easy. But I also know that this is a team that should win. They only won 13 games last season. There's no reason they shouldn't win at least nine more. If they won 22 games out of a 40-game season, if they went 22-18, is that too bad? I mean, what y'all think the Fever record gonna be? With 40 games to play, I'd say 22-18. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys they on track to win 30 games their first season. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'd be surprised as hell if Fever, if they could win 30 games right away. What you say, Tamika? You said. What you say, Tamika? You said, I think CC knows her defense sucks. And I think she knows she has to get better. This is not college. And defense is a must. Boston and the coach will demand it. Yeah, she's going to have to get after it. She is going to have to. It doesn't have to be, if at best, Caitlin's going to have to take pride in her defense at least 50% of the time. And that's going to have to improve too over the course of the seasons and the years. But if she don't want to commit to playing defense, they still going to keep her on the team because everybody loves her. But there's going to be a headache. It's going to become a headache when you're talking about trying to win it all. And if I was Caitlin, I would do anything it took to try to win that elusive title. Christopher said, Rakia could have easily been the number 1 draft pick. She the most pro-ready in the draft. I agree. Bottom of the bottle. It shouldn't be hard to say that, though. I'm just glad you threw up some of that Kool-Aid Iowa fans was drinking. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. A lot of the Iowa fans are super, super entitled. Like I was telling you, they want to see Kate Martin make this team for the Aces, and if she don't make the team, they talking about they want to y'all gonna lose all y'all fans. And that sounds crazy as hell. That just sounds crazy to me. Those are the casual fans. Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna be Rookie of the Year. You think she's gonna be Rookie of the Year? Rakia Jackson? I think the Fever will be a 500 team. Yeah, I got them being a little bit over. Also, when she gets tired of being benched because of her D, will she start working on it? That's another thing too that you saying but you didn't say is that a lot of teams are gonna try to tire her out. They're gonna try to make her work like crazy. She can start by showing effort on D, because I didn't see that in the games I watched. Yeah, look at this bottom of the bottle. What's she working on right here? What's she working on? Tamika, what's Caitlin working on right here in this picture? Why is she working on something? She working on something she already know how to do. I mean, Bree Wayne, Caitlin Clark working on something that she done pretty much, I'm just gonna shoot it straight. She done pretty much mastered shooting. Now it's time to master some defense. And I say that to say, how long? Well, you know what? I'll be watching them in the preseason because I'm anticipating, especially opening night against the Liberty. I'm anticipating seeing just how she looked right out the gate on that side of the ball. Like she a player that can give you 40, she can give you 50, but defensively, I think that's the biggest question mark. They said she got back to basics, working out on a basketball court. Yeah, I mean she's a truly talented player. So there's literally no reason why she wouldn't play offense. She can already play offense. I want to see her do something more than that. For real. I want to see her participate defensively, and I think a lot of that is just because a lot of y'all pointed it out, and then I really started to take it more serious because again, you can score 40, but what if your defender scores 20, 22, and then on top of that, what if a couple of the opposing teammates score 20 to 15? You're going to lose. Let me see if this article wants to come up. Oh, y'all just talking. Oh, I read that comment. This is crazy. But I will say this, guys. Biggest thing for the Fever, just about how they incorporate Caitlin Clark into that team, because the Fever already shown some improvements last season. It didn't quite show record-wise, but I thought that the Fever, because they scared the hell out of the Aces. One of their early games, the Fever played the hell out of the Aces. So we definitely know that this is a team trending upward. We definitely know that the Fever are trending upward. I don't know why this is. Okay, maybe, let me see. Trying to find something really quick on the Fever. Christy Sides already told Caitlin Clark, you're going to play some defense around this piece. You're going to play some defense around here. Caitlin Clark, y'all heard what she said, right? She said, what if I just score more? Fever coach want Boston to lose weight. Yeah, Bree Wayne, so she could run with Caitlin. Caitlin like to run. Caitlin is a sprinter. She wants, did you guys know Hannah Stokey used to run track? Like, Hannah Stokey can keep up. Monica Cesano, she could keep up. They want her to be able to keep up in transition with Caitlin Clark. That's a nice shot of them. But no, what I wanted to see, no, I actually don't know. I'm just looking. Caitlin Clark's there and be a spotlight on her the whole 2024 season. No matter what happens, there's going to be expectations and pressure on the shoulders, pressure on this team to be really good. Ain't nothing jumping out. Oh, okay, here we go. Boston look good. Yeah, I love Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston, definitely. Aaliyah Boston looks nice. We just gonna leave it there. Clark will make her WNBA regular season debut May 14th when the Fever face the Connecticut Sun. Damn, what the hell? I thought their first game was against the Liberty. Okay, we there for that one too then. The Connecticut Sun, oh yeah, it's coming fast. She will play her first home game 2 days later against the New York Liberty. That's the Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark matchup. Who's going to defend who? Is Clark going to defend Ionescu? Or see, they told Clark she going to play defense. Yeah, yeah. If you saw the press conference, the introductory press conference, and y'all got me want to talk Angel Reese for a second. That just jogged my memory about what's going on, Kyra Carter. I appreciate you for stopping in. All right, for real. Thanks for stopping. Yeah, but it's something I want to say about Angel Reese too. Now that we talking Caitlin, but yeah, the thing about it is, I didn't even know that. I thought they played Liberty first, not the Fever. I mean, the Connecticut Sun. Everyone on TV gonna be watching Sun versus Fever. Yeah, you got that right. People gonna have to come in from outside. They're gonna have to come in from outside and watch Caitlin Clark, because it is these summer months, and the weather is changing and the weather's getting good. But hey, Caitlin Clark playing, the Aces playing. It don't matter who they playing, the Aces or the Fever. I'm parking the seat, trying to watch that. I'm just trying to type in this little press conference. You guys know exactly which press conference I'm talking about. You guys heard about Angel Reese, right? In the Chicago Sky. I'm gonna tell you guys off top. Little bonus content we talking about now. The Sky got to get it together. I have been to a more than a handful of Chicago Sky games, and I'm just gonna say off top that the Chicago Sky, they act like they don't really love their team. I'm not saying the fans don't. They got some fans that go super, super hard. But the Sky need to take more into consideration for their players. When the Aces play the Fever, who do you root for? I root for the Aces, but I want Boston to do damn well. Well, if you want her to do well, you do understand that they might win. They almost beat the Aces last year. For real. They almost beat the Aces the first time they met them. I mean, I was shaking in my boots. They got a million articles of y'all, but I'm just going to click one, see will it play. The Sky should be embarrassed. The Sky should be embarrassed now. I see why Copper won it out. Yeah, Copper, it was a combination of, oh, there's somebody talking about it. Trans guy reacts to it. Man, there's so many people talking women's basketball now that I don't be knowing who's who no more. I just know I rock with the people I rock with, and then everybody else, if I find them, if I like them. Well, first off, if they like women's basketball, I'm going to like their channel. I'm a sub. But if I'm going to keep watching them, I got to really, really like what I'm hearing. And so that's why, I shout out to the people that talk women's college basketball, all of us. But the main ones I be rocking with, Sess, J Spot, who else? J. Jordan, New York Liberty fan, Quita Love Sports. Those are like my main go-tos. But again, it's a lot of people talking about it. I'm trying to find what I'm looking for here, which I may never find because I'm talking at the same time. The Sky should be, oh yeah, Tamika Holland, I saw Boston held her own against Asia. Yeah, Asia, Aaliyah Boston came in, and it's crazy. I'm gonna tell you guys a little story real quick. I was watching the first preseason game Aaliyah Boston played, and I remember telling the person I went to the game with,
that, we both were there to watch the game. And, salute to them because they got me up in the door because preseason games ain't always open to the public. And I remember them telling me, Aaliyah Boston, she wasn't gonna be all that. I said, Aaliyah Boston ain't gonna be all that. I mean, we watching the games, we taking notes, and I'm like, are you serious? You don't think Aaliyah Boston? You think she? He's like, yeah, I don't feel like she gonna be that. She not gonna be that. She gonna get. They ain't say she was gonna get cut. That's crazy. But they said that she was looking like a bus. I'm like, Aaliyah Boston looked like a bus. I'm like, what game? What footage you watching? I forget who they played. I want to say they played Indiana. But no, I mean, wait a minute. It was Indiana. I want to say they played the Sky. But I'm like, nah, man. Aaliyah Boston could never be a bust. But salute dude for feeling how he felt, for saying what he felt. But I just knew in my mind that Aaliyah Boston was not going to be a bust. He was talking about she too slow. He was saying she not agile enough. He talking about she can't run. Look at her in transition. People are faster than her. I said, I hear you, bro. But at the end of the day, Aaliyah Boston, she is going to make some noise. Well, it looked like I won that particular debate, which leads me to say, guys, look, hey, when somebody tell you that somebody not great, if you believe in them, believe in them. And I believed in Aaliyah Boston. I became a fan last season. Now, if I can't pull up this press conference, okay, here we go. But Q so high. Oh, Q so high on Dana Evans, but I don't see the vision at all. Between me and you, Bree Wayne, don't tell Quita. But man, what am I looking at? I want to see the actual footage. Well, any case, they not gonna show the footage. I don't want to watch this whole press conference. But yeah, I think Dana Evans is nice, but I don't see like All Star written on Dana Evans. I mean, again, I'm gonna have to go to Quita channel because I'm not. They're not showing me what I want to see. In any case, we'll just talk about it. The Angel Sky. I mean, the Angel Sky. They should rename him the Angel Sky. Um, the Chicago Sky organization is piss poor. They really are. Piss poor Chicago Sky organization that can do better. They got a great coach, Hall of Fame coach. We obviously know that they probably now I got Quita on screen. I was hoping. Wait a second. But yeah, long story short, let me see if I can put it to you guys like this. The way they presented their introductory to these players was absolute trash. Um, I didn't like it. Nobody liked it. Took place in the Park District. The way they welcomed these players to me was not the way it should have been done. Um, Pretty much a way to kind of drop the bag, kind of hit with a thud. They got to get it together. They need help with the marketing. This team is going to go a long way because of Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, and they should be respected more for what they're doing. If they got to move the games, if they need to borrow different facilities, they got to do what they got to do because I'm not down with the way that they treated Angel Reese. Being that it's a Chicago team, they should be, held in somewhat of a higher regard. But again, I don't think that Chicago takes their teams as serious as they should. And I think that's really unfortunate. What is this right here? It's too much footage on YouTube. I'm gonna say this. Where is she at? Where is she? Bree Wayne, where is she at? Like, I, I don't like Chicago. Like, where is, like, is she at like a local park? Is she at like the freaking YMCA? Like, where are you? Play. Like, what is this? You said they need someone rich to buy Chicago Sky. What is Elon Musk? What is Elon Musk waiting on? Hey, where's Oprah Winfrey when you need her? Where the hell is Oprah Winfrey? For real, Oprah, step in and save the day. You need an arena. You need an arena. I know, right? It look like the Y. It look like the rec center. Literally, I mean, I I don't I hate to say this. I hate what I'm finna say, but it looked like a church. A church gym room, like a church facility, like an auditorium. Or it looked like my little cuz, she just had a orientation day somewhere at some high school that she about to be attending, and they had a little small gym. That's what this looked like. This looked like a little tiny high school gym. This is crazy. I hope it don't affect her game either, Bree Wayne, because nah, I can't. I can't see it affecting. I mean, I can't see it affecting her game. But mentally though, it would play with me. Yeah, it do. Tamika Holland look like this little gym they got at this high school that my little cousin gonna be attending and coming up shortly here because she graduated this year, and it looked like that, a little tiny gym that could only fill about 60 people, and then the seats, right? I'm not gonna tell J Spot, but the seats is like they so close. In Wintrust Arena where the Sky play, it's like I don't know. I haven't been to like all arenas. I love the Fever Arena. I've only been to the arenas for the Sky and the Fever. Fever got them beat clearly, but the Sky, it's like you rubbing elbows. Literally, it's like y'all got y'all arm hand in hand, and y'all in y'all arms. Y'all know square dancing. It's like y'all done hooked elbows and you square dancing. That's what it feels like when you sitting in their seats in their arena. It's crazy. Wow. I'm like, damn it, are we watching a basketball game or are we square dancing? They got to get it together. Let's see if she's saying anything that I want.
Yeah, how was it with Spoon out there? I mean, I heard the insistence when we pulled up.
I don't know, it might be too low. But you said where they play home games at Wintrust Arena. Um, Jamaica is like it's like the near downtown. It's like the near downtown area of Chicago. Um, it's it's an arena that, in my humble opinion, it's just not. It's just not that. You know, it is just not that. I'm not gonna tell you guys it's bad because it does look nice, but the seating, I don't like the seating at all. Um, you know, I guess you could say that facility wise is decent, but it's not gonna hold all of the fans that are gonna be coming through to watch. Um, I guess you could say like the bathrooms are suitable. I guess. I mean, it's a decent arena, but for a team that's gonna be really great, it's probably just okay. And the saddest part is they just put this up here, so I don't know that they're going to get rid of the arena. I mean, they could probably move elsewhere if they get successful. It just depends. Also, how about a training facility? I mean, come on now. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. The heck is she playing at? I feel like she's playing in like a abandoned, like, what's that store? Staples. I feel like she's playing in, like, let's say Staple closed, or let's say like Office Depot closed and went out of business. Bree Wayne, I feel like she playing practice inside of an Office Depot. Then it got torn down and the inside got torn out and gutted. How much is League Pass? It's I think it's $35. It went up just like everything else. About the only thing free left to do in the world is subscribe. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead. And hitting that like button is still free too. Everything else costs. Literally. Ghetto, yeah, I could be. I was raised in a ghetto family, and that's what I am. Now let me stop. Church free, a free church jump. I was trying to see if she's saying anything of importance. You are killing me. Look at this availability and watch the Fever. Yeah, I seen it. You know what's crazy? The Fever, their setup is nice, but the Aces and the Storm, top-notch quality facilities. State of the art. You know, the way it should be. Heard the coach. You said what? RC, you watched the media availability of the Fever training camp? I heard the coach was mad at people not finishing Clark's passes. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to watch. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to watch that before my, well, damn, that's much later. I'm thinking the Timberwolves and the Suns. Y'all watch any NBA basketball? If you do, let me know who your squad is. Yeah, free church gym all the way. Let me see if she said anything that jumps out at me. Because it's only like a minute and 44 seconds. So.
And then you come from B-More, so like, give a shout out to B-More.
Shout out to Baltimore.
You talking about what? Yeah, she might be excited to be here, but she ain't excited to be in this damn building. Hell, got her inside this damn building and it looked like a damn church's. Looked like she playing basketball inside a church's chicken building. Damn, it's starting to rain. It looked like she playing basketball inside a church's chicken. I can't even lie to y'all. I swear it looked like she hooping inside a church's chicken. I said it looked like she hooping inside a church's chicken. They never should have did Angel this way, or Camilla. They was getting away with this when they ain't have nobody. Even though they had Khalil Copper and they had Candace Parker for a bit, and we know Sylvia Fowles and them, but the game wasn't as popular as it is now. These players are popular players that are loaded with talent, that are so magnificent. You know, they are so magnifying, and this is how you treat them. You got Angel Reese out here playing at Church's Chicken. I swear, if you could look off to the right, you see somebody frying chicken. Oh, it's somebody frying chicken. I'm serious, somebody frying chicken off to the right of Angel Reese. If we could only see about 150 degrees to the right, you got your mans over there frying chicken, getting it ready. I mean, he got the box set up and everything. He got like it lines lined up with the little wax paper and everything. I gotta stop, man. Oh man. Oh man, I got to stop. But for real, that's funny. I don't think she was saying anything of importance. I think let's see.
And then the last one for you. What's on the playlist to get you right?
See, I told y'all, didn't I told y'all in Seth's chat that Angel Reese is Megan Thee Stallion in basketball shoes. I said that I because to me, Angel Reese she kind of favored Megan a little bit. And I don't know. The first time I seen Angel play, I was like, damn, that's Megan Thee Stallion. And I was like, oh, that's not Megan Thee Stallion. But I really did. I was like, damn, Megan Thee Stallion. Yo, she got a mean. That southpaw can really play the game. But then I realized that's not Megan. But I could just tell like the influence of Megan just comes off on Angel. But I still love the fact that Angel was unapologetically herself. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the video footage. Angel was somewhere. I don't know if she was at a concert or what, but she was dressed a little provocative. People was throwing shade. And I don't get it. Similar to how J-Spot feels. I don't get it. People stay throwing shade at Angel Reese. She don't got them knees. Yeah, she ain't got. I mean, no, she definitely don't have none of that, Bree Wayne. She ain't got none of like the goods and stuff that Megan has. But I mean, Angel Reese, she looks really nice, for real, for real. I mean, I was talking to a homie of mine on his channel, and we was talking, chopping it up, and he was saying, man, Angel Reese got him into basketball because she can play and she look good. So I mean, salute to Angel Reese. She's definitely a really nice, attractive looking person, but it's about her game, and her game is incredible. The way she's like a pogo stick. The way she just hits the glass, and she hustles. She don't give up. She got a never say die attitude in terms of playing the game, and she got tons of fans, tons and tons and tons of fans. So as much as people hate, she got a lot of people that like her too. But I do think Candace, thank you, Candace. I guess that's somebody saying goodbye.
I'm excited to join the Aces. I'm
Wait
ready
a
for the
minute.
challenge.
I'm going to give it we're going to talk for another like 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and say peace. But let's see, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we'll see. You'll see this comment right here. Of course, retire her number. But who? What team? Obviously, the Sparks, if you're going to retire her number, y'all think she should get her 3 retired by the Aces? Y'all let me know, because I think that for the Sparks, if you're going to retire her number, it's going to be for the Sparks. She wasn't in Chicago long enough, and she wasn't in Vegas long enough. The comment says retire her number. Like, really? Ain't nobody comment. Yeah, I would have said probably for the A's, probably for the Sparks. Oh wow, y'all, look who it is. Internet a small place. How we come across Key AIO comment? She said thank you, CP3. Not Key getting comfortable on the internet now. But yeah, let's watch this video for just a little bit, and then I'm gonna get up out of here.
Greatest can evolve and learn from every situation.
When you have the opportunity to add a champion to your team and one of the best well-known WNBA players to ever play the game, it's what most teams would take.
Candace Parker is truly one of the GOATs of the women's game.
She ain't said no lie.
She's just carried herself and held herself to the standard of excellence. And I think it is palpable when you're around her or in her presence. You can feel the standard.
She's on a mission out there in this game. That's a bad girl right there.
What she's meant to the game is really
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Oh snap. Man, I gotta go see what's going on. Oh, you know what? The game don't start. I think the game started about maybe 30 ago. I gotta check in on my Pacers. I'm a Pacers and a Timberwolves fan, guys. For real, for real. I'm about to get up here. I'm gonna go see what my Pacers doing. I'm gonna go check out my Pacers. Look, I appreciate y'all. We ain't never been on this thing for 2 hours. We almost hit 2 hours up on this thing. Um, it's been another fun stream. More content, more videos coming. Definitely got to touch on Candace Parker in the video form. Give her special shout out and praise. It's been fun, guys, talking with you all. I'm gonna get up out of here. I hope the Pacers is winning. We up 2-1. Timberwolves, we up 3-0 over the Suns. I hope we get that series closed out tonight. I hope the Lakers and LeBron take the Nuggets to 6 games and wear them out because my Timberwolves will play the Nuggets next. I want them to be ran down. I see Jamal Murray tweaked his knee. Let's hope that Jamal Murray, I don't want to wish nothing negative, but if Jamal Murray can get worn down, then there's a great chance going forward. The Nuggets can be a little tired. Maybe my Wolves can catch them off guard. But yeah, I'm gonna go check out these Pacers. Shout out to the Fever too. And I'm gonna check you guys later. RC is up out of here. It's been fun, guys. Peace.